Congratulations on making it to semifinals.
Thank you. You have heard this speech before. Okay, maybe not these exact words, but close enough. You see, every original oratory speech you have ever heard is essentially the same. They all have the same intro. Hello, my name is Josiah Gunther. I'll be your next original oratory speaker. The same structure. A hook, a thesis, 3 points, and a conclusion. The same overly polished, though a cadence. The exact same hand gestures. What happened to originality? This is original oratory after all. Come on, do something new. Maybe I should give a speech with 5 points and no thesis. Or is that not really the point? Can you perhaps be completely original while also being totally unoriginal? Today, in this speech, I'm going to attempt to give the most generic speech possible. And through being as unoriginal as possible, show you just how to be original. Yes, I'm giving an unoriginal oratory on originality. In this speech, I will use engaging hand gestures, like everyone else. I will have quotes from smart people, like everyone else. And I will have a dramatic emotional impact will urge you to change your entire life, like everyone else. But really, I'm here today to show you that originality isn't found in novelty, but rather in saying the truth. I'll do this through 3 main points, like everyone else. First, we'll look at how our world is overvaluing originality. Second, we'll examine why this is even a problem by looking at the dangers of novelty. And finally, I'll show you where real originality is found. So, to use an unoriginal cliche, let's dive in. First, let's look at how our world is overvaluing originality. But before we do, I need to tell a personal story, like everyone else. For the past 2 years, I've dedicated much of my life to learning and performing the art of magic. You see, most of the time, magicians perform other magicians' magic tricks. So my question is, for me to be original as a magician, should every magic trick that I do be something totally unique to me? Well, according to our world, the answer is yes. Our world loves originality. Too much, at the cost of more important things. For instance, a speech that had only 1 point would be a very original speech, but also probably wouldn't be a very good one. Unfortunately, we're all too often willing to sacrifice goodness for originality. Too many times I've stopped performing a great magic trick to spend my money on something brand new, only to discover it wasn't any better. As Brandon Sanderson says in his book, The Way of Kings, so it's not beauty itself we admire. It's not the invention, aesthetics, or capacity itself. The greatest talent we think a man can have seems to me must be nothing more than novelty. We live in a world that is obsessed with novelty, one that runs on memes and virality. Everyone's always talking about that new TikTok trend. Those trends always round. The novelties never satisfy us. There's always a new iPhone to buy. And so the cycle begins anew. And at least for me, this obsession with novelty leads to me being uncertain about everything I create. I always feel as if every trick I craft must be even more different, must be even more original. After all, when we look on social media, everyone else is always doing some new, extraordinary thing. So we feel as if we have to as well. This pressure to be constantly doing something new is dangerous. So secondly, let's look at the dangers of this novelty. To start with, this overvaluing of the novel is actually based on a logical fallacy, known as the appeal to novelty, or its cooler name, chronological snobbery. It's the assumption that because something is new, it must be better, but that simply isn't true, and the results of this lie are painfully obvious. We don't care about a beat-up work of art, because it's been done. On the other hand, we'll put duct-taped bananas in art galleries, simply because it's a novel idea. The beautiful things are valued because they're old, and the ugly are valued simply because they're new. The problem problem is we're no longer valuing the thing that's been created, but only the fact that it's new. In our over-pursuit of originality, we've lost what really matters. The good, the true, and the beautiful. And the worst part is, the things we're creating in pursuit of originality aren't even original. Through trying to create new, original things, we merely end up creating weird, twisted versions of what's been made before. We call paint splattered on a canvas art because it's new and novel. But it's not. That art has been made before by literally every 5-year-old ever. As Ecclesiastes 1:9 says, what has been will be again, what has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. There is no originality in chasing originality. When we try to create something new, we merely end up creating the old again, just stripped of its goodness and beauty. Too many times I've seen magicians take a great classic piece of magic and overhaul the whole thing in an attempt to be novel, only to end up creating a worse version of the original. Ultimately, our pursuit of originality gets us nothing but ugliness and lies. Now, of course I'm not saying that all originality is bad, but we need to redefine how we create it. Because if originality isn't based on novelty, what is it based on? Where is real originality found? It is found in what is true. According to our world, truth is just the newest idea. It's always changing and evolving. The newest trend or fashion, that determines what is good. But what is good doesn't change. Goodness is determined by God, and as Hebrews 13:8 tells us, He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's why novelty is supposed to work. Because of course something can still be good even if it isn't new. Does the sunrise stop being beautiful simply because it happens every morning? Just because every speech is delivered in the same way doesn't mean those speeches are all the same. Just because C.S. Lewis has been quoted before doesn't mean we shouldn't quote it back. Don't worry, my Lewis quote's coming. Those stories, those speeches, those magic tricks are still original, even if they've been done. You see, we are all original. God has created all of us to be totally unique. Everything we do will be original to us. You don't need to write a new story. You simply need to tell it in your own way. Even Shakespeare based all of his plays off of existing stories, and yet we love them. Why? Because he cared about writing a good play, not a novel play. We shouldn't just be trying to be original for the sake of originality. An idea isn't valuable because it's new. No, it's valuable because it's good. Matthew 16:25 tells us that whoever would save his life will lose it. In the same way, if you try to be novel, you'll be unoriginal. But if you pursue truth, if you stop trying to be original and instead chase what is good, that is where real originality is found. As C.S. Lewis says in his book Mere Christianity, even in literature and art, no man who bothers about originality will ever be original. Whereas, if you simply try to tell the truth without caring 2 pence off has been told before, you will 9 times out of 10 become original without ever having noticed it. Originality exists not in novel lies, but in ancient truths. We should endeavor to say the truth, no matter how many times it's been said before. So I should go perform that magic trick, even if it's been performed 1,000 times before. It's still creating wonder in my audience, and that is what matters. That is how to be truly original. This entire speech, I've been trying to be as unoriginal as possible with the sole goal of showing you that it can still be a good speech. Well, at least I hope it is. So at the end of the day, I hope you will follow my example. Go out there and be unoriginal. Go write that story, even if it's been written before. Stop trying to keep up with the newest trends or have the coolest ideas. Instead, pursue the good, the true, and the beautiful. So yes, maybe you have heard this speech before. Maybe I am doing this conclusion the same way everyone else does. But that's okay. Because no one has said it the way I say it. I'm an original creation of God, and everything I create is original. Remember, originality isn't found in saying something new. No, it's found in saying something Or maybe you've heard that.